It was only a matter of time. Mary Cosby and her son Robert Jr. are facing criminal charges, and Jen Shah just lost a legal battle, and she's being replaced. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City will premiere next month. So more news is coming out. As you know, we've been following this whole Jen Shah legal situation since it's unfolded, and more has transpired in the courts. But before we get into that, the woman that we thought originally would be suffering some sort of legal situation is finally suffering a legal situation, and it has nothing to do with her church. Mary Cosby is being charged. Let's get into this. So Mary Cosby and her son, Robert Jr., who we've met on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, are facing criminal charges in Utah. So in court documents shared by the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City fan page, it is noted that both Mary and Robert Jr. are facing misdemeanors. So these are the charges: unlawfully providing shelter to a runaway and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. This was dated April 8th, 2021. So in the first story, it was revealed in part that unlawfully providing shelter to a runaway happens when someone harbors a child without the consent of the minor's parents and while knowing that the parent has not given consent to the child to be from home. There are also a number of other scenarios in which law enforcement may be involved. In the second story post, the page offered a screenshot of an explanation for the contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The Utah Criminal Code considers it a criminal act for someone to knowingly encourage a child to commit an act that would be a criminal defense for an adult under a state or federal law or local ordinance. It's not necessary for the child to actually be found delinquent. Contributing to the delinquency of a minor in Utah is a Class B misdemeanor. So as I said to you before, based on these court documents, it seems as if that this situation took place on April 8th of this year. But according to Mary Cosby's rep, this is what they're saying. They say Mary is saddened that she was dragged into another family's domestic situation, but is confident that this misunderstanding will be cleared up soon. Mary and Robert Jr. are due in court on August 12th at 10 a.m. So it seems as if her son, maybe her son's girlfriend or friend, there are really no more clarifications on what went down here, but it seems as if that is the situation. I wonder if this will play out during the season, because this happened in April. When did they stop filming? Who knows? But I'm sure they'll address it. They'll address it during the reunion of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because they have not filmed that yet. I'm sure that question will be amongst many of Andy Cohen's questions for Mary Cosby. But it does seem as if Mary does allow her son a little bit too much leeway, using her money to buy Prada and whatnot for his girlfriend. So I'm assuming it has something to do with Robert Jr.'s, maybe his girlfriend. How old is Robert Jr.? I thought he was over 18. Maybe he's not. Either way, now his mother's name is in the news because of something maybe that he was involved in, and it was under her roof. And she probably had no idea because she's in her room. Filming from her room. Another season of that. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But speaking of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, they are gearing up, as I said before, for a new season coming next month. And as you know, Jen Shah has been in a lot of legal trouble, some serious legal trouble. So Jen Shah's attorneys were turned down in federal court this past week. And this is according to Fox. They're saying that a federal judge in New York has refused to dismiss the indictment against Jen Shah. And if you've been under a rock, the Southern District of New York are bringing charges against her for telemarketing fraud. In a ruling handed down on Thursday, Judge Sidney Stein rejected all motions made by Shah's defense team. Her attorneys asked for the indictment to be dismissed, statements she made to the law enforcement suppressed, and requests to compel evidence from the government. In the same ruling, he denied similar motions by co-defendants in the case. Stuart Smith is a co-defendant. These allegations specifically allege Shah's willful participation in the scheme to defraud and are sufficient to inform Shah of the charges against her. The court also rejects Shah's argument that the indictment is deficient for failure to specifically allege that the misrepresentations made to the victims of the business opportunity scheme were material. So with this recent legal loss for Jen Shah and her defense team, there's rumors that the new friend Dove, that's supposed to be coming to the show, has been promoted to a full-time position. So Jenni Nguyen, who we probably saw photos of online, a lot of people were saying that she was going to be a friend of. Now we're hearing there's a report out that she's been upgraded to a full-time housewife and more than likely will replace Jen Shah. It's so crazy to me that they have the same name and they both have like Asian backgrounds. So the newcomer Jenni Nguyen has reportedly been promoted to a full-time cast member due to Jen Shah's ongoing legal woes. Jenni joined the second season as a friend role, but it seems Jen wasn't able to film as much as initially expected. So the new reality star has officially been promoted. And this is a quote: "Jen was hired on as a friend originally," a source close to Jenni told The Sun on July 29th. But because of Jen's legal stuff and unexpected delays in filming here and there, Jenni got a lot more screen time than everyone expected and got promoted to a full-time by the end. The source went on to clarify that Jenni wasn't originally hired on as Jen Shah's replacement, as Jen's arrest occurred after the newcomer signed her contract. However, Jenni may actually end up being her co-star's replacement after all, depending on what happens with Jen Shah's upcoming trial, which has been set for October. And she's also reported, Jen Shah, that she's going to BravoCon. If you guys are looking for me at BravoCon, I won't be. I won't be there. I'm not. Y'all got convicts running around. I won't be there. I don't feel safe. Either way, Jen Shah's legal troubles are definitely getting in the way. You know, we've had the conversation back and forth on whether or not people like Erica Girardi, who isn't really being convicted of anything except public opinion, and Jen Shah filming reality shows, a lot of legal minds have said this is not smart. They are jeopardizing their situations. It's bad for their business, but it's good for ours. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Are you excited for the new season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? What do you think about this whole Mary Cosby situation? I think this is just the beginning of legal trouble for Mary Cosby. But we will be following and we will be watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.